So you're from Hopkinton, and what interests you or intrigues you about storytelling?
Well, I've always enjoyed just sitting down and listening to like people talk. I mean, not people think I'm weird because I don't really want to participate in conversations. I just rather listen and almost analyze what they're saying. And in a culinary school, the chefs always have interesting stories because they've been all over the world and they've met with the people and stuff like that. And it's just really interesting. You learn.
So here you are.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Then, what are you gonna share with us tonight? A little glimpse.
It's gonna be the stereotypical teen prom story gone wrong.
You must have shared with Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna have a bit of background to just add the kind of add to the story. I was a really socially not antisocial because that's the wrong use, but asocial teenager. I had a job. I had a job actually on the internet, so I didn't really go out much because I wanted to maintain this job. So like in high school, I didn't really have many friends, and that was okay with me. Like I had my friends online. I had a couple that I would talk to during the day. I would go online and I'd do my job where I had friends. And I was happy. And one day in sophomore year, we have this thing called advisory where they take a bunch of random students and they kind of, from the grade, lump us all together so we can make friends who we wouldn't normally meet. And for the first couple of years, I'm like, this is dumb. I don't like any of these people. I'm going to listen to my music all day. And I did. And then one day, this random girl stands up and she asks for, I'm not going to go into specifics because I know there's an age gap with the most of us, but she asked for a specific type of technology that she needed, and I happen to have. And she asked me do you know what it is? It's a Game Boy connector.
Yeah.
So, you know what that is? All right. I'm sorry for underestimating you.
Teenage time.
Of course. But she asked someone to bring it in. I didn't really respond because I wasn't sure if I had one left over. And next week I brought it in, went up to her and asked, do you want this? And she's like, oh yeah, thanks. And we started that's what's kicked off our friendship. And along with being really socially adept, really bad with girls. And oh god, I can't even describe like how just amazing she was, like just as a person, not sexually, even though everyone's thinking, it's a teenage boy talking about a girl, it's gotta be sexual. It wasn't even that. Like, she was just this amazing person that I could talk and I could laugh and I could be myself around. And so I kind of developed a crush. And that crush went on into the next year, where at Hopkinton High School we don't have a senior prom, we have a junior prom, so it's not as dramatic, but and I'm like, here I am, never been to a dance, never danced with anybody, never gone to a dance at all, and I'm like, this girl, I'm gonna do something, because in addition, I love like stereotypical teenage comedies like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, that sort of thing. Improbable love, like that sort of thing. I just love that, just because that's the only type of love I'm probably going to get. But, so I'm just saying, so I stayed up at night thinking, what can I do? I wanted something big. Something kind of not crazy, but big, that everyone will like say, oh my god, he is the greatest. And then I thought of it. Our school, for our fundraiser, gives flowers out. Like near Valentine's Day, you can go to the stand, you can purchase a carnation, and you can show how important that girl is. And I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. Sounds cool, but one, pretty lame. 36. That is something. And I did it. I went up to our class president, who was a complete dick, and I'm like, give me 36 roses. He's like, all right, stop joking. How much do you want? I'm like, give me 36. And this kind of continued, and our vice president, who was very nice, is like, oh, okay, let's do that. And then comes the waiting. And that was 2 weeks ahead. So I'm just like sitting there like, every day, every minute, I'm just thinking like, I hope she says yes, because then I'm gonna look like a real, like, just, I don't even know. But 2 weeks later, we're sitting in our advisory, we're just talking, we're actually making fun of the flowers, like, yeah, I bet girls just get guys to buy them so they can feel pretty and stuff like that. And, you know, the class officers walk in and they give a couple of the popular girls a carnation or 2. And they walk out, I'm like, oh, expletive, they must have thought it was a joke and canceled. Then another one comes in with just the 36, just like in a bunch, and I'm just like, and of course everyone in the room is just staring at her, and she brings it to the girl. I knew I'm not the best public speaker or anything like that, like, but I was drenched in sweat. I had a nervous twitch going, like, just drenched in sweat. Forget butterflies, I had like an entire collection of birds in my stomach. But I was smart, I planned ahead, because there's a little tag where you can write, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to ask, will you go to prom with me? And right enough, I wasn't. So she looked at the tag, looks at me, just says yes, and just gives me the tightest hug I ever had. Not done.
It gets better.
Because of the timing. February vacation was right after. So, like, next day, you know, good day. Then February vacation, I feel like a boss the entire time. I'm like, yeah, did this. Monday morning, walks in, says she would rather go alone. And that is the end of the story.